What's up everybody, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. So today we're going to be drawing Purple Haze, the stand from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So I'm on a landscape page, use a pencil, hit pause if I go too fast. So we're just going to start with his mask, right? So he's got like a visor on his face, right? So we're just down here, just below halfway, center point is about here, and we're down here below, just a little bit below halfway, okay? And we're going to start with a V just at the bottom, right? Easiest place to start, I think. We're just going to have a V just here. Like that kind of thing, okay? Then we're going to turn this into an arrow. So we're going to go up, like so. Do about there. Okay? Arrow pointing down, right? And then this side of his visor kind of curves up this way, okay, and then it's going to go around the corner here, and this is the edge of the visor that goes up around the side of his face, all the way up to about there, like that. And we do this on the other side, so we go up, like so. So don't worry, see the way this has a bump here? Don't worry if they're not like totally the same on both sides. It really doesn't matter. You could try and make them the same on both sides, but you don't need to. It's not that the same on both sides in the picture I'm drawing from. So like this. You just want to get this sort of viral, or visor should I say, sort of shape, okay? Just this pointy kind of thing coming down here with a line in the center. And then we're going to do another arrow. So just at the top of this line, curving around like so. This one isn't as pointy, right? It's more curvy, just here. You can make it pointy if you wanted, of course. And then this has a line, an arrow going right up the center as well. That, and then we'll curve this out to the other side. It curves up and around and down to there. It's the side of his helmet then. Like that. This side the same. Up and down, like so. Like so. So then the side of his helmet, we might as well finish it. We'll go all the way up to like here. And we'll go all the way up the other side as well. To here. And then in the center we have a sort of a rectangle type thing. Just in here, and there's two lines that come around the side of it as well, so it kind of curves around here first, up around the back, just there, and then this side we go up around the back, curving around like so, and then that rectangle inside. So it's kind of like just like a box kind of thing. So right up here, top of my page, and then the sides come down like so, down to about here, I'd say, and then we bring it straight across like so, and then there's a triangle in the center coming down like that, and then a line going straight up the middle all the way towards the back. So then we have some details on it. So we have like sort of a curved line going around the side of his helmet here, and a curved line here, and another sort of, say, edge line just on his visor, just here, going around the sides. just there, just to make it look like a little bit 3D or sort of metal, like so. And yeah, so it's a metal. So like if you were colouring in, there'd be all dark shadows and sort of lines coming down the sides and stuff like that. You know, like stuff like this kind of. But we'll just focus on the lines for the minute, and then we'll see how we go. So, like, just to show you what I mean, like some hatching here. You know, a line maybe coming down this side. Some lines up here. Yeah, stuff like that. Nothing major, really. So, we'll go down and we'll do his eyes, right? So just here, right across from this point, this arrow right here. Okay, we're going to do an eye just in here. So we're going to curve it around. Just there. And then we'll bring it down for the bottom eyelid and back into here. So you're looking for that sort of lemon-like sort of shape. And then he has those lines that are on certain Stan's eyes. That kind of thing. He could have some shadows around his eye, some lines for his face, shadows here. Kind of stuff. Maybe a line for the side of his temple. Just here on the side, going in towards his eye there. Might be a shadow underneath the helmet just here, so you could like thicken up this line a little bit. The thing about JoJo, lots of shadows and stuff. Right, the other eye then, just over here. It's about eye distance across. You go up and over. So you might be able to fit another eye inside here. Just in between the two eyes. And then top eyelid. And then the bottom eyelid into there. And then we'll add those curved lines for the eyes just here. And there might be some shadow lines, thicker lines around his eye. That kind of thing. Down here too. That line just coming up around his temple there, just like the other side. And maybe a shadow underneath his helmet as well. You just like thicken up the helmet line here. Okay, so we're getting there. So his mouth, right? So his mouth, he's got like stitches, right? So I guess the easiest thing would be to do the stitches first, because the stitches are like over the mouth. So we've got like 6, is it? Let's say I'll put a dot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Crossed in a line like that. And then the bottom of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just in a row, like that. And then you'll do the sides of each stitch, coming down like so. That's what you're going for. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, just coming across his mouth there. And then we can see his lips in between. So we'll say let's say the edge of his mouth right here, okay? Just goes in underneath the visor there, and then comes across in between each stitch. And we'll stop it at that one. And then the bottom of his mouth just here, comes across underneath each one. Now we can see some teeth lines, just like some bumpy sort of teeth lines coming across like this. Like so. So that's there. His bottom lip line, so it's just like a curvy sort of bumpy kind of line, like so, coming up and across his visor here. Just coming across like so, and there might be a shadow just underneath here. Like that. And then his chin, just down here. Like so. I think I'll just add maybe the side of his mouth just there, and I think it needs to be a bit longer. To chin, and then that, like the top of that rectangle up here is about the same again. So you go 1, 2, 3. So that's your proportions. If you broke it up into thirds, they're even. 2, 3. Okay. So once you get that, we'll do the jaw coming up the side. His face, and once you get about mouth level and just underneath the corner of his eye, just here, say across from his eye down a bit, we're going to turn that corner and go up the side for his jaw, and it goes up this way, up the side of his face there. And then we do the same thing on this side, get to about mouth level just at the edge of his eye, turn the corner and go up like that. And then his ears, so just these sort of round kind of things. I'm not sure, they're kind of caps or circles or something. And this one might see a line on it, maybe there as well. And maybe a shadow just inside his helmet, just here. Right, so let's see, neck. So neckline coming down from his jaw, just here. Neckline coming down from his, can we see some of it? Maybe. Okay, so he's got like these shields or something. So let's say, so jaw. Just fix his jaw here. I think it needs to be a bit pointier, just on that side. That could be one of the lines that are on his face anyway. Okay, well let's just, so jaw come down here. I can't really see. Let's see. Let's just go. Let's just make it up. I think there's a neckline here, but it's kind of complicated. So I'm just going to put it here. Yeah, that looks okay. And so trapezius line. So coming down this way, and trapezius line comes down this way on this side, and this has like an extra sort of line here because he's got like armor. He's got that sort of checkered skin, and then there's armor over it, so this has an extra line here for some reason. Stands, man, they're complicated. Okay, so the back of his helmet then just hangs down here. Might have an edge line just here. And then this comes down like so. This comes in, and an edge line there. It's probably dark inside here, actually. Dark shadow. Okay, so we'll do the rest of his neck. Then we're going to do that fist that he has with all the poison balls that are on it. So we'll do the rest of his neck. So we have a line coming down this way, a line coming down like so. And then this has like stitches coming up the side as well. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that way, and then like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 going up that way. Okay, and then so each of those is a stitch, right? So curving sort of line coming down around. So he's kind of like a Frankenstein kind of character. So this is stitched on, so then there's like skin line coming down through the center down to his neck. And then there's like another neckline in here, a neckline in there, and then maybe like a shadow underneath his chin. And a line coming down under here as well. Just about like there, and goes in just along there. Right, and then the rest of that armor sort of plate just like in there. Comes up the side, just here, and the other side, same sort of thing. It's like a box, line down, back up into there. And then we've got some like faux lines and skin lines coming around it. Coming around just to make it look like skin and sort of gnarly looking. And like these stitch lines might have entry sort of wound sort of lines on them, just like there. Can't see them on this side really because his hand is covering it. So, you know, just sort of Okay, we'll do his hand. So we'll do a row of 4 knuckles coming across because they're kind of easier. So yeah, so just like a circle. So one here, and they have like horns on them. So like one there, and then that circle keeps going, right? Stop it about here because it goes behind another one. So the next one. So they're much bigger than you think because his fist is like right up close to the camera, okay? Then the next one, horns, like that. We do the horns across here, like so. And then these come down, around, like so. This one comes down around like so. And they could have sort of shadow lines inside here, inside like these little sort of dips or ears that are on top. And they may have like shadow lines, hatching sort of lines coming around like that. Same sort of thing here, like shadow sort of line, hatching coming around in like a circle sort of shape like that. It's just like for a shadow. This kind of thing, same here. Just to give them a bit of a shadow on the sides. Okay, so coming down in a row now, going that way. And they get kind of smaller as we go down. So it's like big one, smaller, smaller. That's his little finger, okay? So under each one of these, we have a knuckle and like a finger bending around. So one here, like so, down, in, into there, down, up into there, next one, up into there. And these could have shadows underneath. Maybe like the line coming down his finger. Shadow underneath basically each ball that's on his knuckle. so. And then his thumb. So these are like, this is the front of his knuckles, and we just have his thumb just on the front as well. So it comes out the side. Down. Bumping like so. Bumps around each knuckle and down underneath into there. There might be like a knuckle line there. Some fold lines for where that knuckle bends. Just in there. Like so. Some hatching just here. You can thicken up some of these lines as well, just to make them stand out a little bit more. Like so. Okay, 3 more, that's right, 3 more balls on his hand. Excuse me. So one big one, just here. This is the middle one, okay? Sitting on the top of his hand. Next one. Just there. And another one wrapping around here. Right close to the stitches. Into there. And then again, some hatching sort of coming around in a circular type fashion. Just on top like that, just to give them a kind of a spherical look, like to make them look like a ball or a sphere. Like this. Of course you don't have to do this, of course. It's just if anyone's interested more in the manga sort of style, this is kind of what goes on in manga drawing. A little bit, of course. Like I'm only doing a little bit of it. There's way more in the picture. Okay, so the back of his hand then. So it comes out from this ball here, right? This is the back of his fist. Comes back down, out and around down to this ball, and then it'll go past it and down into there. And then just a line going into the ear of this one, like that. And then might be some shadows in here. Lots of shadows in the JoJo universe. Very dramatic. So more shadows means more drama. You could add some hatching if you wanted. Coming up the side of his hand. Like so, maybe like a line there. And he's got like this circle thing. Just on his hand, it's got like a dot in the center with those checkered sort of lines coming out from it as well. And that's of course on his face and his chest and stuff, and I'll do that as well. But we'll just draw in the main details first. So, they're the 2 main bits you want to get right. So, this bit is like pretty much as big as his head, nearly. See? So, bottom of the fist, top of the fist. It's about the same size as the chin to the top of that, to that diamond there. That's how big you're going. So, chin to this triangle, sorry, not diamond. Here to here is about the same as here to here. So, you want it to be that big. And it's all the way out here, where his shoulder is, and just underneath his other eye here. So real wide as well. Because it's like, it's super close to the camera. So when something's far away from the camera, it's small. And when you get closer, real big until you like can't even see it. Okay? So his shoulder then wraps around the fist here. Comes down to about there. And then it's got like a rim, like a turtle shell kind of rim. Actually looks like a bit like a turtle shell actually. And this may have some, you know, some shines and dark shadows on it. Just coming around it, you know, some hatching going down this way. That kind of thing. And then his forearm, so it comes out from his wrist, out and down, all the way down, and it'll go down to his elbow. And the other side of the forearm, we can't really see it, but he has some lines on it that come down this way. Some hatching lines. Hatching line coming down that way. And maybe it goes in maybe to this knuckle, just in here. So like, goes in there somewhere. It might be a shadow. Shadow like that, maybe shadow under here. Coming down his arm. Like that. Okay, so that's that arm pretty much done. Okay, so complicated, I know, but pause your video here, try and get that, basically get the fist in the right place, and then just build that stuff around it. Oh, forgot a line, sorry, just there. Tricep. Okay, so his other shoulder area, right, this comes down just a little bit further, so we're right across from this shoulder pad, so they're level here. And then this comes around like so. And we make it look like that turtle shell sort of thing again. Like so. Comes back around the other side. Like so. And it could have some shadows and hatching and stuff all on it. Like a dark sort of area, shine, that kind of thing. And then his forearm, not his forearm, his tricep comes down like so. And then his chest comes in here. Bottom of it comes across, up. And up in underneath his thumb. Just goes up into there, like so. Then top of his chest is collarbones, right? So it comes right across from here, like so, and then curves over into his shoulder, okay? Collarbone always goes into the shoulder. And it might have some shadows just here coming up, like for his trapezius muscle there. Some shadow maybe in there as well. You know, you can thicken up a lot of these areas. You can add shadows to things. You know, like thicken up like all these lines and stuff. If you want, of course. So the other side of his collarbone comes down like so. Might have some hatching on it as well. And then the center line for his chest curves down here, bumps out for where his abs are, and then the side of his body there, and a line for his bicep and tricep going down that way. Might be some hatching again, like that kind of thing, and then hatching on the side of his chest and on the bottom of his chest, just coming down like so. Just putting a shadow on the bottom of his chest muscles, like so, and a line straight down the middle. Maybe another line just for the side of his abs just there, and then we have that whole checkered pattern, right? That's all on his face, on his body, right? So we need to get the dots in the right place first. So let's say a dot here, okay? Top of his chest. Dot here. Bottom of his chest. And then a dot here, okay? So these the lines then crisscross at these points. So a line comes down there, say, okay? That means a line will go through those two. Okay, see the way they crisscross? Crisscross applesauce. And then that comes up across his collarbone. Actually another dot here. And then you have another line coming out from that. Just there. And there's another dot here. And then we have lines coming out from it. Another line, so it goes through these two. For his chest all the way down, like so. And then another line comes across here, so it's kind of like a fishnet sort of thing going on. And let's see, any down here? Might be one or two just on his arm here, just there. Another dot here, and then there's lines that come out from that and go across his collarbone into it there. And then we go out from there, out from there. Some in his neck, so we have a dot like here, and a dot like in the center of his neck, like say here. So that means we've lines coming out. Like so. Some on his neck here, so we have like a line there, and then that way, that way, that way, that way. You can put a shadow maybe on the side of his neck and just underneath his jaw as well. I'm going to put shadow here. And maybe coming down the side of his neck here as well. A dot in that part of his neck. Crisscross. Some shadow under his jaw. Maybe some hair as well. And then on his face. So let's see. So we have coming out from the center, crisscross like that. Comes down towards his mouth. Can't see the dot because of the visor. So or maybe there's some dots on his face, is there? Oh no, there is. Okay, so some coming up here from his eye. Like so. Another one coming down the side there. Coming down underneath his eye. Down like so, down the side of his jaw. On his lip, we've got one, yeah, just here. Out the other side, comes out there. Another line coming down the side of his mouth, kind of thing. I think there could be like the starts of one just there. Like on his chin, so like comes down this way, comes down into his chin. Might be a bit of a dot there. Comes up the side of his face, down to there. Another one coming out from his mouth. Just there. And then side of his face. Like so. And this should keep going somewhere like up here. Like a dot there. Dot here. So that goes up in underneath his temple and then crisscross that way. Then another one here. I'm just going to add more shadow underneath his visor here. I just think it needs it. And then maybe another one here, maybe add a dot. Maybe some more there. Okay, I think that's most of it. I think there should be one coming down there somewhere. Okay. Just adding some hatching just here. I think I'm just going to add some shadows behind these bat ears. They just remind me of bat ears, like Batman or something. Okay, I think that is the best I can do. You can thicken up as much of these edge lines as you want. You know. But I think that's enough. I'll leave it there. Thanks for watching, guys. How to draw Purple Haze from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I'll see you in the next video.